Children with special needs face greater day-to-day challenges than many of us will ever know. Things that maybe we take for granted, something as simple as brushing our teeth, can for them take years of physical therapy. But these kids have an inner light, a strength of character beyond the physical. Now, this is a story about hope. It's about never giving up on your dreams, about believing that anything is possible, and that sometimes we find inspiration in unexpected places.
Cole Massey is a kid who doesn't believe in limits.
Cole has a spirit like nobody I've ever met. He's so determined.
Lay it down.
He knows what he wants to do, and so what he can't do isn't really on the menu.
His father, Nick, and mother, Michelle, are always trying to keep up with him. Inspiring, considering Cole's physical problems.
Around 5 months, we noticed that he kind of wasn't doing some of the developmental milestones.
After a long period of testing, Cole was finally diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
It was a shock. I really didn't expect something like that. Something that was like a life sentence, really.
But to a spunky kid like Cole, independence is everything. Even with a walker, he struggles to make it across his own living room.
Ilya, here.
And that's why, 6 years ago, the Masseys decided to get Cole a service dog.
He was so sweet. He would just cuddle up to me.
A little black lab named Ilya strolled into Cole's life.
It was just very emotional because I had a brand new dog, you know.
Ilya was trained in over 43 different commands designed to make Cole's life easier.
Cole wouldn't have to be calling us all the time for everything. I dropped my shoe. Can you carry this for me? Can you bring my toy into my room? He could start becoming more independent.
Among his talents, Ilya can pick up objects like keys,
Give.
hand over money at a counter,
Good boy.
and even help Cole open and close the refrigerator.
And he makes it 1,000 times easier for me.
But soon after his arrival, the Masseys discovered Ilya was a whole lot more than just a service dog.
What didn't occur to us is what this dog would mean to Cole as he was going through therapies and doctor's appointments and hospital visits and EEGs and surgeries. It didn't even occur to us what kind of a support system this dog would be.
Before we got Ilya, Cole was on his own a lot. He can't just go run and play with the other children. And so Ilya has been able to fill a big void in his life, being able to be not only a dog and a companion, but interactive companion.
The pair became inseparable.
He stays close by Cole. They're sitting on the couch together. He stays with Cole while he does his homework. He sleeps in bed with Cole at night. Even when Cole takes his bath at night, Ilya goes racing in and starts licking because he's like, oh, this is my job. It's my job to take care of this little boy.
He's a real helper. I mean, he's a true companion. He never failed to be by my side.
As they grew closer, Cole had one dream in his heart. He wanted to take Ilya on a walk by himself. Despite the pain and the hardship, this pup had inspired Cole to push himself farther. Michelle says it became the incentive for the many, many excruciating hours of physical therapy that Cole would have to go through.
She said, if you do this, there's a very good chance you could walk your dog.
Every night after that, he would hold Ilya's head and stroke it and say, I will walk you, Ilya. I will walk you.
2 years ago, Cole underwent a painful surgery to help him achieve his goal. Ilya was there for moral support, and shortly after coming out of the OR, Cole needed it.
I can hear him screaming, and I finally get to him, and I gather him up in my arms, and I go, honey, mommy's here. And he looks up at me and says, I want my puppy.
At his side, Ilya got to work.
The minute I moved back, he jumped in, put his 2 front paws up on the bed, and just started licking Cole furiously. And then I realized, oh, I was in his way.
He was in tears, and Ilya was there beside him. Ilya put his head on his legs. At first we thought this was going to be, elicit screams of pain, but it didn't. And Ilya just, he knew sort of inherently knew what to do and how to get Cole to soothe.
It just made me feel like 1,000 times better.
This video, taken by the Masseys, captures Cole and Ilya's first trip down the block.
For a typical parent, think of how exciting it is the first time you see your child take steps. I waited almost 11 years to see my child take his first steps. The fact that it was all inspired by this little black dog makes it even more amazing.
The pair didn't stop there. Eventually, Ilya walked alongside Cole in his first 5K race.
How does it feel, Cole?
Feels like I did it.
Now it seems that a kid who doesn't believe in limitations has a dog helping him realize all his dreams.
He's just a hero to me. I mean, there's no way I can explain it. He's just a hero to me.
Is he your best friend?
More. He's my life.
Please welcome Cole, Nick, and Michelle Massey, and of course, Ilya. And we'll get to talk to the Masseys right after this.
Coming up, what is the real American story behind
surrounding this mall near Providence. And stories.
And welcome back to Real American Stories. Joining me in the studio, Nick and Michelle Massey, their son Cole, and Ilya, Cole's best friend and service dog. And we are so happy that you are here. And now, Michelle, initial diagnosis, that's a time in life when maybe the world seems to stop spinning. Take us to that day.
That's the perfect description. It's surreal because especially when Cole was that age, he looked like any other 14-month-old. He looked for all the world like everything was going to be just fine. So it was very hard to embrace that not everything was going to be fine, but it's such a massive unknown. You know, how not fine, how much is he going to need, what is he going to need? It was completely overwhelming. But I think the most overwhelming and scary thing that I find as a special needs parent is the future. Like, what do we do when we're not here? Yeah. You know, because we become such enormous advocates for our kids and making sure they get everything they need. So you just want to make sure that that continues always throughout their lives.
And through different means, you have found some tools, though, to help assure that Cole will have some of these things that are going to be needed to take care of him. And Nick, one of those things, of course, is this dog. You buy your kid a dog, and who would have thought that not only would he be so inspiring and encouraging for you and for your family, but really for so many other people. Any idea that this would have happened?
Well, we didn't foresee the magnitude of it. I mean, we knew that he was going to help Cole, being a service dog, a companion dog. But we also, knew that Cole would be fond of his dog, but the ways that the dog has bridged his life into things he needs to do and other people, you couldn't foresee it.
Yeah, this is a beautiful story. And Cole, now, Ilya has helped you reach a goal. One of those goals was to be able to walk him. So what's next for you? What else do you have on your list to do?
Well, Miss Palin, I can't even begin to tell you how amazing this dog and others like him, or him in this case, or it can be a female dog, have really helped not only me but other kids. I don't know what my next goal is. With this dog, I mean it when I say this, literally, sky is the limit.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Paul.
because I don't even know what my next goal is with this dog.
I wanted to jump in just really quick. This dog is from an organization called Canine Companions for Independence. This is an amazing organization. For the first year and a half of the dog's life, they're raised by volunteers who give them the first 25 basic commands, and then they give them up. And then they go through the 6 months of training, and if you qualify, they give you this dog.
A couple of quirky things I've heard, though. What doesn't he do?
He will not fetch. He's like, that's an off-duty command. You can get it yourself.
Is a little bit beneath him then, huh?
Little attitude there.
Okay, and then Ilya is 7 years old. Not necessarily an old dog, but can you teach an old dog a new trick? Is he learning new?
Absolutely. They show you how to continue his training, and they want you to do it because they love it. It keeps them fresh. They want to know what their job is.
And that is amazing. And Cole, we would ask if maybe we could see one of these tricks, one of these commands that we can count on Ilya to obey.
Okay, so let's say you're in your wheelchair, as I am, and you happen to have an item in your hand. In this case, we have a pen, and you drop it. The dog can pick it up, like so. Ilya, get.
Don't get. That's it. Get. It's a little camera shot. Ilya, get. There's the boy. Don't. Ilya, get.
I think he thought you said fetch.
Stand. I think you did. Stand. Good boy. Ilya, get. Don't get. That's it. Come on. That's it. There's boy. There's boy. Good boy.
Please
Don't
cut this
get.
out.
There's a good boy. That's it. There's a boy. Yes.
Got it.
Good boy.
So
Good
gentle.
boy. Yeah, really gentle now.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Is it? Good boy. Put your hand on it. Give. And if you'll notice, he holds it until we give him the command, because a lot of people who use wheelchairs don't have good hand control, and if the dog just put it in the lap and let it go, you'd be doing it over and over again. So he waits for you to tell him.
Well, another inspiring story, and we thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this, and we will be right back with more.
Next, Toby Keith reveals the inspiration behind one of his biggest hits.